What is going on, ESG fans out there? And we have just came out of the latest PS5 beta for ESG. Figured we give you a little bit of our thoughts. It's going to be heavy this week. Later on, we got a interview with Yabummy. I'm pretty sure I think I'll be sitting on that with them. Also, Turk's going to be the one giving the interview. But with this one, got my boy Quasi91 in the house. He was involved in the beta this week, and we learned a lot of stuff, didn't we?
Man, did we? Well, long days, boys, working long days, but we got it figured out.
Yeah, this is going to be pretty much a twofold video. We're going to talk about some of the gameplay mechanics, how a lot of people don't understand it really is all about your build, and you're kind of responsible for your build when you're out there on the field with your teammates on what your build can and cannot do. And God forbid, if you're playing in a tournament, sometimes you need to make that build that fits what your team is trying to do, which really differentiates this game from anything. Like, honestly, how do you want to handle this, Squash? You want to talk about the gameplay mechanics first, or do you want to talk about the thing that was the lightning rod issue in the Discord over there during the weekend?
Let's save that for the end, because I kind of want to know what our community and our comment section are going to say about that as a whole. So I think really what we should address up front already, because Ray said it'll be fixed next week, is the fumbles right in the gameplay.
Yeah.
That's what everybody's going to talk about. That's what everybody was talking about during the tournament. How could you have a tournament where everybody fumbles all the time?
Yeah.
Where if you fumble, then they're going to fumble. So in that way, it's kind of balanced, but I understand the point of it's not enjoyable.
Yes.
But I will say, without a doubt, I had the most fun probably Saturday, getting with everybody, seeing what everybody's build was going down. Sunday, the tournament, we got knocked out by yours truly in here, the old man, in the first round. So it really wasn't that enjoyable from that side of the pool. And I'll let him talk about his experience. It was fun.
Yes.
And what was really cool, along with the tournament and the gameplay, is they left it open a little longer for us on Monday, so we all got to kind of kick it and play with some randoms. But I will say, as far as the tournament, how they handled it, I think it was the best way they could do it. Randomize the draft, really put people that haven't played together too much on different teams. Were some teams more overpowered?
Yes.
A little. Did we play against a dev team that's going to win back-to-back tournaments? We did, but we ain't gonna talk about that.
Yeah, but but the bottom line, it was fun. And what I liked about the extra day is, like, even finding out more about buttons that you didn't know did stuff. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm looking forward to once this game is out to the masses. And honestly, once it's released, being able to actually dig into a lot that's underneath the hood, because a lot of people are missing things that aren't going on. Like, I've been in this beta since February, and maybe I'm not paying attention, but like when somebody laid that, like, yeah, if you hit circle, you dive for the ball. Well, okay.
I had no idea.
Yeah, that would be.
Idea.
Yeah, I'm stuck in possession catch, spectacular catch land. It was just all X and triangle for me. Now you find out if, like, the QB overthrows a ball, hey, I can, hit that circle to dive for it. But there's so much more, and, like, really, like, the controls almost seem like they mesh with your build. So you really want to pay attention. Like in Madden, you just know that, you hit a button, you're going to get a certain animation, and regardless of whether it makes sense or not, it's just going to happen.
Well, we could do it like this. Like last night, we and you were specifically playing the line, right?
Yes.
Monday night. And we learned a lot of new stuff, and along with you coaching, that kind of goes hand in hand. And I think a lot of people don't realize how much communication comes with the gameplay.
Yes.
If you have a team that's going to talk to you, get results, tell you what route to run, tell you to do this, how to block, how to shift, because a lot of people go, well, all I got to do to block is literally just hold L2 and hit triangle before them. And it's way, way deeper than that. And,
yes.
it goes on what you said too, it's your build, right? Because I'll just say this man's name because we all know he's the best lineman in the thing right now. It's Chungus.
Chungus.
Right? His build is kind of crazy. Mine could counter his some, but not all the way, because he could hit you with a swift move, like go up under your arm and go by you quicker than you could hit the block button.
Yeah, because
he could also throw you down as well. So
and there's a lot of people like, you know, they're saying that their DBs had all kinds of speed, and how somebody pulling away from me, and like if you don't have like patroller, or if you don't have smotherer, your guy's not going to move how you want him to move. You know what I mean? Like
footwork.
That's what
footwork's an actual stat.
Yes, that's what all these stats are for. Like, you know, if you're going to be a blocker and you don't have like guardian, if you're like a pass protector, you have to have guardian. You have to have like all of these certain things in your skill sets to make your build perform how you want to. So there's a lot more thought process than whenever you just get into Madden and you bake something up and, you know, you have all those abilities. Like that's non-existent here. And
I do have a question for you.
What's that?
I do have one for you. As a coach, how was this weekend? As a whole, would you say the tournament and everything, how that lined up on your team? And
honestly, it was awesome because like I'm gonna like keep it 100. Like we went 1-7. Like we started out, I wasn't present, won the first game, lost the second game. I showed up towards the tail end of that, and then it was cool. It was actually like football because we were bumping heads. We were arguing back and forth about what we think we should do. And then towards the end of the night, we kind of like settled in. Like, okay, we need to do this. This is what we should be doing. I'm going to have this kind of build. Shout out to Mike Jones, who was on the team. And, you know, we came up with some stuff the next day, and we played you guys first round. You know, I mean, we were able to, you know, beat you guys. I think it was like 3 to 1 or 3 to 2 or something.
One of those.
Yeah, and then we had a very competitive game against the Devs. Unfortunately, we got them in the next round, and we were competing, and it was, even though we lost, it was extremely enjoyable because I think the longer we would have played together with that same group of players, we would have just continually got better. And that's, I think, what everybody's missing about this game. You might have your luck where you get together and everything breaks for you. Like the first night, we was balling out. We thought we had it all figured out, but you're not accounting that you're playing somebody that's playing a different play style. So like, you know what I mean? You just got the luck of the draw. But once everybody started getting that synergy, things get a little bit different. You know what I mean? It's all who's going to grow their team, communication and understanding, build fit, everything else that really makes this game pop.
100%. I think a lot of people get a little scared or get a little complacent. They don't want to run with their certain people. I do advise you guys to get in there and meet some new people. Yes. Find who gels together with you. It's okay to run with your squad. That's great. That's what the game's for. But it's also to meet other new people. And now, everybody's not going to gel together. You know. Listen.
I can't listen, guys. I understand. I'm just putting this out there. You know, people might get mad. Please do not come into the Discord being just the loudest voice in the room, especially when the devs are in there trying to tell you about stuff. And even some of the OGs are trying to tell you stuff. Like, if you've been in there for 2 weeks, you don't know everything. Like, listen to the guys that have been in there since February, January, and then take that knowledge and pass it down to the next group coming in. So we can test this game, help these devs get it right, and just not be in their dick swinging. Like, I've seen enough of that in Madden. This might be a good segue.
It is. I was going to say, it's a perfect segue.
Yeah. And I've seen, like, a lot of you guys are bringing that Madden mentality in there. And outside of the yard and superstar KO mode, you really don't know how to play as a team. You're just on there flashing what you can do. This game isn't like that, okay? The dumbest thing that I heard while I was in there, when somebody told me that Madden plays more realistic than ESG. And I was just like, I don't understand how AI can be more realistic than humans controlling it. Like,
you can't.
Yeah, at that point, we're talking about graphics and motion blending and everything. So there's no real, so that's totally out the window. So like that Madden mentality has to die, and you need to realize this is something different. This is something that's at ground level. You have not played anything like this. You've played something similar to it, which is like Madden, the Yard, 2K.
I
But
put 2K in there.
yeah, 2K definitely. But you've never played anything like this. Football's a different game. In basketball, one man can take over a game. And I can tell you from all my years of coaching, one man never takes over a game in football. Ever. I don't care. Like, you can put it down in the comments and prove me wrong and tell me anytime that one man just took over a football game. You could say a running back, but guess what? That running back's not breaking loose unless he has his line. You can say receiver, but guess what? That receiver's not taking over unless the quarterback throws him that ball. Everything works together in football. And some of the simpletons out there just don't get that because they're just used to their one-on-one in Madden where you're doing everything.
Yeah, it's what Jay is referring to is we had a pretty big discussion Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon before the tournament kicked off. It was like 50 plus in there. And what's really cool, that a lot of people don't even know, is the developers themselves came down there to have the discussion with the community themselves. I got to give huge shout outs to that just off rip because that's cool to even have that opportunity to be going back and forth with the people that's actually making the game. So that's first and foremost. And second, like guys, like it's Jay nailed it on the head. If you truly believe that you controlling one player plus, what is it, 10 AI?
Yeah.
Over 7-on-7 where every single person's a human, or 11-on-11 with every single person's a human, I don't really know what to tell you. Now, does it look better in Madden? I guess, if you like it to look pretty, sure, but you're not gonna be able to control them all. You can't make that DB bite on that player. You can't tell that safety to come across to cover the crosser. You can't tell that linebacker to come up the middle and fill the gap to stop that running back from coming up the middle and making one cut. Shout out to Fuego, by the way.
Yes.
He's disgusting. One cut God out here. But no, I honestly believe that if you look at it and break it down to like where Madden's at, how long they've been on top, they're $1 billion company, to where ESG's really just getting their feet wet. The game's not even out yet.
Yeah.
Let's just put that across. It is still in beta.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're only getting just a taste of what we got. And I see more animations and more things that's more grounded in football and ESG right now than I ever have in Madden.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people think you're gonna think it's glazing or dick riding or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah,
and that's cool, that's fine, but you got to be honest, right? You got to be really honest with yourself.
It's funner. Number one, it's fun. I like.
That's a word.
I just made it up. I just want to keep that. Yeah, I wanted to keep on playing the game, and I'm sorry, like I don't get that joy out of Madden. Like, there's nothing fun about exploiting a safety that does the same thing every single time based on a formation that you put on the field. You know, and you compare that to ESG to where I don't know what that person back there is going to do. Like, I'm trying to trick him, I'm trying to fool him, you know, I'm figuring them out as the game goes on. Like in Madden, like that's not a thing. So a lot of, like, and I keep on saying this, you're going to have to change your mentality of how you approach a football game and what kind of game do you want. And I think Ray put it perfectly, and kind of ended on here because we're getting kind of long on this video. But Ray put it perfectly. If you go to buy a truck and you want a truck and you buy a Porsche and then you're mad because it's a Porsche, that really doesn't make any sense. Like, if this game is not for you, if you like exploiting AI and you're a me guy, then I don't know if this game's really for you. And that's just facts.
I'm gonna end it on this Smoking Jay's quote that he always uses to tell us all the time in our Madden leagues is, do you want to play chess or do you want to play checkers? It's really that simple. And generally, I don't want anybody going angry or going crazy in the comments. We want to know how you guys feel. Even the people that's played the beta, because we know some of y'all watch this as well. I want to know how the community feels as a whole. Even people that haven't played it yet, because you automatically know what Madden's going to get you each year and year and out. You know what you're going to get. But I'll leave it at that because we are getting a little long. So, old man, carry us out.
Yep. So that is the question. Do you prefer your football put out there as checkers, or do you prefer to play chess? So till next time, it's been Smoking Jay, and I will see you along with Quasi91 either in the ring or on the field.